Hi friends, I'm Sarah Martin with the Contoured Chemist. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Today I'm talking a little bit about my very favorite thing in, I don't want to say the whole world, but one of my very favorite things in the whole wide world, which is 3D foundation. It's changed my life and I want to introduce you to it. If you have just heard about it for the first time, this is going to be a nice little intro video. I'm going to show you a couple different applications, how customizable this makeup line is, and how you can get started. So keep watching if you want to check it out. Be sure to like and subscribe, because once you get your mascara makeup, you're going to absolutely want to hear all of my tips and tricks, and I do it every Wednesday. So keep watching and thanks for being here. All right, friends, let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to introduce you a little bit to Maskcara Beauty's 3D foundation. So if you are brand spanking new and just heard about mascara for the very first time, I'm excited I get to show it to you. So mascara is a cream-based, okay? This one is a powder, but it is a cream-based foundation, okay? It is made so that we're not necessarily going to use one color, match your skin the best we can, and then just put it all over your face like a mask and hope for the best, right? So we look at our faces and we have a lot of different colors and tones in our face, and our faces aren't flat. So why are we putting one color all over? It actually will diminish all of our contours of our face when we just use one color. So I'm sure you've heard about the concept highlighting and contouring. So in mascara world, we call it hacking. What we do is we give everybody this little cheat sheet with their first hack pack, we call it. And it shows you kind of a general guideline about where to put what. But it's super simple. I'm actually gonna show you 2 ways to apply it. I'm gonna do one way on half my face and a different way on the other, because part of the reason I love this makeup is it's so customizable for exactly what you want. So not everybody wants a natural finish. Not everybody wants a full coverage finish. Normally with traditional makeup, you have to have more than one foundation if you want to get those multiple finishes. But with creams, you don't. It's kind of just how you apply, and you can customize that finish for yourself. So I'm going to show you, first of all, mascaras, compacts come in an array of sizes. So everything from a square that holds 2 full-size tints or 4 eyeshadows to a hack. Let's see, this is a quad that is kind of the basics. It holds 4 colors. Sorry, none of these are like full because I have a few in every compact I own. As you can see, they're just all over the place. This is a hack stack, so it's 2 layers. Then we go to a mini double decker, and then this is the double decker, which is what I use. And we even have artist palettes which hold even more, but you can start with as little as much. You can have just your foundation, or you can have your entire face in one compact. It's really up to you, and that's why I love it. It's so customizable. Okay, so how do you get started? So mascara creams are very different than traditional foundation. So I highly recommend getting color matched by an artist that knows these colors inside and out. And I will just tell you from my own experience, I did not go through an artist when I tried the makeup for the first time. I looked at every chart I could find online, and I thought I knew what color I would be, and I was very wrong. So wrong. So you have tried mascara and you ordered for yourself and your color. Let's say it's just looking textured or it's not staying. That is the number one thing with this makeup, is that the right color makes all the difference in the world. And if you don't like it, I guarantee you, you just don't have the right color, because it is absolutely amazing when you find the perfect shade and application method for you. So I am gonna show you a little bit about how we contour. On this side, I'm gonna go ahead and, actually I'm gonna do this side because I'm gonna show you how I cover this better. I am gonna just show you by the face map, and I'm gonna show you how we contour. So one of the fun things about this makeup, you know, traditional makeup, you put your foundation all over, then you use concealer to either brighten or to give you extra coverage in certain areas, and then we layer contour and we layer blush, okay? So contour is what kind of, you know, gives depth and adds shadow to our face and gives us that three-dimensional, okay? It lifts our cheekbones, kind of can shorten your forehead, thin out the nose. Contour is amazing. But with 3D foundation, it's meant so that you don't have to layer unless you want additional coverage. So according to the face map here, you can just apply your contour where it goes, your highlight where it goes, and both of them are gonna give you coverage, which I don't know why anyone never thought about that before. This is the only contour that I know of that will actually give coverage like a foundation. So I'm gonna show you here, and for demonstration purposes, I'm just gonna use my finger, and I'm just gonna kind of tap in. This is my contour color, and then I'm just gonna go right under that cheekbone, and I'm just gonna give myself a nice little stripe there, okay? Don't be scared of stripes. I will show you how I apply differently on the other side with an actual brush from Maskcara. So along the forehead is the second part. So what I always tell people to remember is kind of like a 3. Now you don't necessarily have to go all the way around the hairline to make that 3. I like to just go right in here, but that is all dependent upon what you're trying to do. If you just wanna frame out your face, you don't necessarily need it. Like, I don't have a whole lot of area here, so I don't need extra shadow there. But you can totally put it farther on your forehead. If you have a big forehead like me, it's gonna give the illusion of a shorter forehead. It's all just creating depth, and we're just playing with light and dark. Shadows recede, and the highlights, the brighten, will actually bring forward and bring attention to what we want it to, which is our eyes. So you can even go under the jawline. Some people like to disguise jowls or kind of carve out the jaw like so. I just go right up underneath the jaw, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do both sides of my nose at the same time so it doesn't look odd. I'm just gonna show you, cool trick. Between the fingers, go all the way from the brows, and you wanna get 2 parallel lines without touching, and there you go. You just hacked your nose. Super simple. So I contoured. This is all gonna give coverage where I put it, and I know it's not real pretty yet, but we will blend it out, I promise. So the second thing that gives coverage that is so important is mascara highlights. And I know what you're probably thinking, highlights, isn't that sparkly? Because in traditional or all other makeup in the world, a highlight is what goes on your cheekbones and is super shimmery and brings light to your face. In mascara world, highlight and contour is kind of how we brighten and contour, okay? So our highlights, what goes everywhere else, is going to brighten. That is what closely, most closely resembles a traditional foundation of what people think about it. Okay, so I got 3 of them. Actually, I have 4 in here right now. I'm gonna show you this one, okay? So this is my main highlight color, and I'm just going to kind of, you can probably barely able to see that because it's a very close match. I'm gonna kind of just put that everywhere I didn't contour. Now, the biggest thing with this makeup is that a little goes a long way. So these aren't your grandma's creams. They are super pigmented. They're not dry. They actually will hydrate your skin. Okay, so they will improve your skin over time. I can promise you that. And I'm just gonna put on enough that you can kind of see it where I didn't contour for coverage sake, okay? Now, I did not prime my face at all. I really love the fact that you don't necessarily need to prime with these creams at all, and they last all day. Like, I've tested them, got 18 hours of wear. So I'm just gonna kind of fill in where I didn't apply, okay? And there we go. So that is my contour, my highlight, and now I'm gonna go ahead and blend so you guys can see that before I go to the next color, which our third color. I probably should have put these all in row. That would have been smart here. Like, where's my compacts? Okay, so I already had my colors in there, but I'm gonna show you for demonstration's sake what 4 colors I'm using. So I just highlighted and contoured. Next is lip and cheek, and then illuminator. But I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out first. I'm gonna go ahead and grab just any brush. This is the B squared. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of just press in those creams, and you'll see they blend in, and they call it a second skin because they blend in so easily and still look like your skin, okay? They're giving coverage, but they're not looking cakey or like makeup. All right, so then on my contour, now I'm gonna go ahead and do my jawline first, because if I don't, I will forget, and then I'll have a stripe under there all day. I'm gonna kind of just pull down. Okay, and then the forehead, I'm gonna kind of push up into my hairline and then down to blend in with that highlight. And can you see how that kind of just frames the face? All right, hardest part is always the cheekbone for people, but I'm gonna show you how easily this contour blends out. I'm not even really doing much but pressing along that. You can even kind of just flick up. The biggest thing with blending out a contour is you don't want to just sweep back and forth. These creams are so blendable, it will blend it all away. So they're very user-friendly, because if you get something where you don't want it, just blend it out. It will blend so easily. So I'm just gonna kind of pull it upwards, and look at that. So then you can easily just clean up. So say you want to make your contour a little bit more defined, you can use a little bit of highlight on your brush. There you go. Okay, so highlight, contour done. Next is lip and cheek. Lip and cheek, super fun and easy. That's what's gonna give the pop of color to your face, because all of our highlights are yellow based to a degree, some more so than others, but I will say they are deceiving from the way they look online. And in the 10, I tell people all the time, when they see the colors I match them with, they're scared and they're like, I don't think I should get that color. I promise you, they look completely different on the skin than they do online. So trust me. And then they're all yellow based, so they will all cancel redness to a degree. And then some of them are amazing color correctors. I'll show you on this side, and they can like color correct dark circles, hyperpigmentation, all the things. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a lip and cheek on this side. Let's see, I was gonna kind of layer today. So first we have mattes and glossy, pretty much any color you could possibly imagine. And I'm just gonna kind of press that up along the contour, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of another shade over it and make my own concoction, which I tend to do on the daily basis. And there you go. Very last. So we got, oh, I forgot to show you. Lip and cheeks are what they say they are. They are dual purpose. So lip and cheek color. Love that. Saves space in your makeup bag for something that'll do more than one thing. I love these creams all in one palette. So very last thing, if you can see that white, it's showing illuminator. So in mascara world, illuminator is like highlight, right? So we're just going to take a little bit of that more sparkly, iridescent glow It's gonna give us that candlelit glow when we move our face. It's gonna keep the skin looking youthful as your face catches the light. Okay, so we just did an entire highlight and contour on that side, and this is what I consider natural coverage, okay? I didn't do anything crazy and fancy. I didn't even brighten, which 99% of my people like to brighten, but I'm gonna show you how you can do the same thing, take it up a notch, and get more fuller coverage on this side, how I would do things a little bit differently. Okay, so you just saw highlight, contour. We're gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna switch up the order on you. So in this method, I'm gonna do highlighting first. So I recommend this method if you want more coverage, or say you need coverage in an area where contour normally goes. So yes, the contour is gonna give coverage there, but if you have redness or hyperpigmentation or anything in that area and you want more coverage there, I recommend this method. Or if you have any area of your face that needs extra coverage. So me on the daily basis, I want extra coverage under my eyes. So you can see I got coverage here, but I want more, and I will show you that difference so you can compare. So first thing I'm gonna do is take my color corrector. This is Mango. This is one of the colors that scare people because they say it looks orange. And I'm just gonna tap in with my finger, and I'm just gonna go right underneath my eye, and I'm gonna get rid of my dark circle. Can you see that? And then pick up one of the brushes. So let's see, I'll go ahead and use my Buffy because this is what I do on the everyday basis. I'm just gonna barely tap. I tapped one time. So biggest thing with this makeup is not using too much. And I'm just gonna kind of press it on this entire area where I have redness and hyperpigmentation. And then also my nose that is also darker than the rest of my face. I don't know if you could tell on this side, I have redness on my chin and a little bit above my brows. So very, very little. You can barely see that I added anything there. I'm gonna take a little bit more with my finger and press it on that giant spot of hyperpigmentation I have that I can't get rid of. And just kind of use the warmth of my finger to blend that in. These creams are so forgiving. Literally can use your fingers and just finger paint them on, making them super simple. So then I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this brush. Again, this is the blush bronzer brush, but all of our blushes are, all of our brushes are dual-ended, meaning they shorten the time it takes you to do your makeup and multi-purpose. So I love that. Even though this technically was supposed to be a blush end, we've discovered that it is amazing for highlights. So I love using it. I'm gonna go in with my main shade, which is what I used on this side, and I'm just going to press that on all over. Barely dabbing in, and I'm pressing so I'm not moving any of that color I placed underneath. Trying to do half my nose here. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell the difference in coverage so far, that this is letting me slowly build up to, I would say, medium coverage at this point, and you could totally go for more full coverage if you like that. I like it right about this. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how I contour with a brush, and this is my all-time favorite, changed the game for me for contouring, and this is the detail hack. I'm gonna use the same color over here, which is Astoria. Gonna kind of dip in so I get it on half my brush. And then key with contour is going from feeling for that cheekbone, if you feel for it, or wanna roll a tool, pencil, anything, your cheekbone is about the mid to top of the ear down to the corner of your mouth. So what I do is I start up at the top, deposits the most amount of color there, and I just go towards that corner of my mouth, and I stop about in line with my eye. So I'm not getting, gosh, I've got a lot on there. Whew. So I'm not getting too close in here, okay? So in here, we wanna keep it out of our smile lines. We don't wanna darken this shadow right there. Okay, so how I like to do my contour is I just keep pressing and I lift my brush upwards and I just keep pressing until that line is blended out. Now you can tell I got a whole lot more contour on this side than I did this side. Okay, so I can kind of blend it a little bit more so it's not quite so heavy, and I'll show you how you can kind of remove some of that as well. Okay, but I am contour girl all the way. I like it dark, I like it defined, so it does not bother me. And then I'm gonna go in with my forehead again. And this time it's easy because I can use the brush at the same time. I'm pushing up, pulling down. See how quick that is? This is why these brushes are key. There's no brushes on the market designed for cream products like ours are. Trust me, I've tried them all. None of them work like these do. So, and then since I've taken off pretty much that entire contour stripe there, I'm gonna add it. Again, why I love this brush, it does a really nice straight line. Okay, so now we have highlighted and contoured, and now I like to take up a notch and what I call accent brighten. So in mascara world, when you use a secondary highlight, it can bring attention to your eyes. So we can brighten under the eye triangle, center of the face. So center of the forehead, down the nose, in between those contour stripes, and then the chin and the Cupid's bow. And this is what brings attention to your eyes. So there's a variety of brushes you can use. I like to use my Buffy because it gets right in here. And all I'm doing is I'm gonna press that under the eye, all the way down the nose where I contoured, and then back over. And I'm just brightening that entire pie piece. You see that? Then I'm gonna go center of the forehead, and I'm using this brush to really press it in, and then chin, Cupid's bow, and then down the center of the nose and blending between the brows. So once you get the hang of it, it takes like 2 seconds to add that step, and it makes the biggest difference in the way your face lights up. Promise you that. So now that we got that on, we can do lip and cheek. So same thing, I'm gonna use the same colors, which was Frenchy first, which is a matte shade, and then Lolly over that, which is a glossy. Okay, and then I'm going to illuminate. I'm gonna add a little bit of Angel to top of that cheekbone. Okay, so I never blended. I blended as I went on this side, but the key with mascara makeup, especially when you are just starting out and you don't know how much to add because there is a bit of a learning curve, is utilizing this bad boy. So this is the Perfector sponge. It's unlike any other sponge I've ever tried. It is so soft and squishy. You just kind of have to feel it to believe me. But this at the perfect level of damp will remove any excess makeup without pulling off your makeup. So with this makeup, if you do get excess, it can lead to issues. Like it can lead to you feeling it on your face, and you shouldn't be able to feel these creams. So these creams will actually feel like your skin when you're done. They're not gonna feel like a mask of foundation. But if you have too much on, you're gonna be able to feel it. So this is the only way to get off excess. And what I do is I simply press it. And this is also what kind of blurs the lines and removes any excess or prevents any creasing. So if you layer any highlight shades especially, you're gonna want this. I don't recommend really having the makeup without it because there's no other way to remove that excess if you do get too much. So over here, I used a lot of contour. I'm just gonna press that, and I'm just gonna keep pressing until it takes off some of it. Super easy, right? So this is key for me when I have aging under eyes, to get off that excess so I don't get any creasing or it's settling into all those beautiful fine lines. Okay, and that's it. You can powder if you want to. You can use a setting spray if you want to. This makeup works well with pretty much everything. It's all just a matter of preference, and you can totally customize what you want in here. We have bronzer, we have a ton of illuminators, eyeshadows, lip conditioners, eyeliner, everything. So, okay, so that is 2 of the many ways you can apply this makeup. A little bit about 3D foundation and all the options. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to help you out. My color match is below, so I know everything about your skin. Shoot me your color match request. It tells me everything about how you like to wear your makeup. So in my color match, I tell you exactly how you would apply it for your face, and all my recommendations based on the colors you like and how you like to wear your makeup. I'd love to help you build your custom palette and get started with this amazing makeup. Holler at me in the comments below if you have any questions. I hope that helped, and thanks for being here. Love you guys.